All right, this is day two of our unit eight. Okay, weather climate. We're going to reread pages 6 through 9 in our climate booklet. So go to page 6. All right, so go to page 6 and let's reread. Okay, pages 6 through 9.
Short read 2. Remember to annotate as you read.
Earth's Weather and Climate by Laura McDonald. What is the weather like right now? Weather describes the atmosphere's conditions in a certain place at a given moment in time. Climate is different. Climate describes the average weather patterns of that place over long periods of time. Climate describes the average weather of the seasons. It also describes possible weather extremes like tornadoes, hurricanes, droughts, or rainy periods. Weather can change from minute to minute, hour to hour, and day to day. Climate is determined by tracking a region's weather patterns for decades. How do scientists track these weather patterns? Scientists measure different weather features. They measure air temperature, which is how hot or cold a place is. They measure the amount of precipitation that falls as rain, snow, or sleet from the sky. They also measure other factors, such as wind, humidity, and cloud cover. Scientists use different tools to measure these factors. They record their measurements and observations. Then they use this data to figure out the weather patterns of a region. Using this information, they can define the climate type.
Cumulus, nimbus, stratus. Cloud types. Clouds are water.
So you see, they give you three. They show you three examples of what each cloud looks like. Okay. Right now, if you look outside, do we have cumulus? No. Do we have stratus? No. We do have nimbus, I think, because it's, I mean, not really dark, but it's dark enough that it's not cloudy at all. I mean, it's not sunny. These two, the cumulus and stratus, there's a little bit of sun that comes out. Okay. Plus, look, you see blue skies. I don't see blue skies right now when I'm looking out the window. All right, continue.
Vapor floating in the air. There are many different types of clouds. The shape, appearance, and elevation of clouds can help people predict weather. Cumulus clouds are puffy and white. They are often called fair weather clouds. Nimbus clouds are dark and gray. They are considered storm clouds. Flat, hazy stratus clouds are associated with light rain, but generally stable weather. Two important factors that determine climate are air temperature and precipitation. Scientists measure these factors over time to make weather predictions. They also use this data to define a region's climate. Temperature and precipitation chart. Yearly. Precipitation, millimeters. Month. Temperature, Celsius. Earth's climate zones. Tropical, tropical wet and dry. Dry, semi-arid, arid. Moderate, Mediterranean, humid subtropical, marine west coast. Continental, humid continental, subarctic. Polar, tundra, ice cap, highlands, non-permanent ice.
Some climates are hot and rainy. Others tend to be cold and dry. These different climates are caused by different factors. For example, regions closer to the equator receive more direct sunlight. As a result, they tend to be warmer. Places closer to water have more moisture or humidity in the air. As a result, they tend to get more rainfall. Regions far from the equator tend to be cold. Places far from water tend to be dry. Land features and elevation, height above sea level, are also factors. As a result, Earth has several different climate zones. There are 5 main climate groups: tropical, dry, moderate, continental, and polar. Each climate has its own characteristics. Each climate also supports its own diverse forms of plant and animal life. Understanding a region's climate helps people predict what typical weather will be like throughout the year.
Tropical wet, arid, humid continental, polar ice cap.
Perfect. Awesome. Now let's go on to continue with our slideshow. All right, so we read pages 6 through 9. Now we're gonna talk about context clues, okay? On page 5 of our packet. But before we do that, I want you to watch this video. It says, how can we use context clues to become better readers? So now go to page 5 in your weather packet, okay? And we're gonna fill this out together. Okay, so go to your packet. It says Weather and Climate Workbook, Unit 8. Go to page 5, right here. Okay, and we're going to use context clues to find what the word weather means. Okay, so where it says weather in paragraph 1 of your text, that's here. Okay, they have the word weather here.
Weather.
Right there. Okay, in paragraph 1. It says weather describes conditions in a certain place. I think you have this already, right? And then the definition is what are the conditions outside? Okay, like right now the condition outside is cloudy, right? That's it. That's the weather, the conditions outside. That's what the weather is. All right, so let's look at the next one. It says climate, which is also found in paragraph 1. Okay, it says climate describes the average. Climate describes the average weather patterns over long periods of time. And then the definition that goes with that is what is it like where we live? It is the kind of weather a place has. That's the climate. The kind of weather. The kind of weather a place has. Okay, and then I'm going to do the 2 bottom ones as well, because it's the bottom ones for the next word is measure. Okay, which is also found in paragraph 2. And here are the context clues. This is what it says about measure. Scientists measure air temperature, basically how hot or cold a place is. And then the definition there is, so measure is to find the size or amount of. Okay, I'll stop right there. All right, let's continue. The next one is temperature. Okay, and then we also have elevation. Elevation is the last one. So temperature, which is also found in paragraph 2. Okay, we'll do both of those. So temperature, it says in the text, the context clues, it says they measure air temperature. Wait. Whoops. My bad. Whoops. Sorry. On this one, it's scientists measure different weather features. Okay. And here, for temperature, they measure air temperature, how hot or cold a place is. My bad. Sorry about that. And the definition, yeah, that was correct. This one here, okay, is degree of heat or cold. So a thermometer has numbers, right? Those are called degrees. So today we said that at 8:45, how cold was it? 40 degrees, right? Okay. And then elevation, don't worry, I'll go back and do the other one, okay? Don't worry. Elevation is land features and elevation, which is height above sea level. That's what elevation means. Okay? Height above sea level. And then it's height above Earth's surface.